First opened in the year 2000. We're live inside Minute Maid Park here in downtown Houston. We've got an AL Western Division showdown tonight between the Oakland A's and the Houston Astros. The Stros are looking to make history here today. Can they break the all-time winning streak record? We'll see right after this. Wade Miley, the Louisiana-born left-hander, will get the start on the mound. What do we need to know here, Danny?
This guy really struggled last year. This season's going to be about a bounce-back year. Real ugly ERA last year. He has a lot to prove to himself and to his teammates that he's a much better pitcher than he was last year.
Here's Chris Davis now. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Davis waits on the 1-1. Now the fastball is swung on and missed. Temperature reading an even 80 degrees at first pitch tonight. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. What do you think they need to do to keep the winning streak a-rolling, D-Row?
Yeah, Matty, what I want you to focus on is the fact that this team does not like to run. Very station to station. It's going to take a couple of hits to score runs with this offense. They swing the bats well, but they don't put any pressure on the defense as far as base running.
Now at the plate, Chris Herman, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
Fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. And that is just shy of the box seats, off the top of the wall. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Man, that's always tough. He was a strike away from striking out 2 in a row, but he got a little careless and caught too much of the plate there. It gets ripped for a 1-out extra base hit, and he's got some work to do now to get out of this one.
Stepping in now, Marcus Semien. And this one's in the dirt. Throw goes over to third, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
Now the 2-1 pitch will not catch the zone, ball 3. And fellas, these Astros entering play here tonight, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, D-Row, we've got a couple of teams playing some good baseball right now. Unfortunately, a winning streak for one of these teams is going to end today, but boy, this is a great matchup here.
Yeah, I'm excited to call this one with you two guys. Definitely. The two teams playing top of their game right now, really playing well. Both come in on winning streaks. We're going to see who's able to execute in this one.
And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Hey, D-Row, this is a pitcher's best friend. Matthew Ross, very wide strike zone.
Yeah, no excuses from the offense today. You know coming in when you see the lineup card and Matt Ross is behind the dish, you better be aggressive.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the move is Reddick. He can't get to it. This one's down. And not in time as the run scores.
Boy, when teams are playing well like this team is on a nice little winning streak right here, they strike early in this one to keep the mojo working.
Yeah, Dan, from an offensive standpoint, everyone searches for confidence, and that's exactly what they have right now. Everyone contributing makes for a fun clubhouse.
Ready now, Mark Hanna, and the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. Into the corner and slicing foul. Simeon, base runner at first with one out. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher.
Well, a 3-2 count and a guy that handles the bat up at the plate. This is a great time to put that runner on first in motion.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. Has a look, now the pitch. Oh, and he leaves that one right over the plate as this is sent high and deep out to right center field. And it is gone, a home run. So it's a two-run shot to right center. 24 home runs for him on the season, and the A's lead it now 3-0.
Yeah, you never want to give up anything in the first inning, but to go down 3-0, it's just painful. Can't afford any more early mistakes, or the hole's going to be too deep to climb out of.
In now, Jurickson Profar. Hot shot on the ground is short. To his right, Chirinos. In time to first, and there are two away.
Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 64.
Stepping in, number 64, ready to get his day at the plate started right here. Swing and a miss, got him reaching. And that ends the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning, 2 on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the first coming up from Minute Maid Park. It's now 3-0 Oakland. Tanner Roark, the right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're looking at a guy that lost 15 games last year. You know that had to bother him in the offseason. There's nothing more than he'd like to do than to shake that 15-loss season from a year ago.
Digging in, Martin Maldonado. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here now the 2-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Michael Brantley waits on deck. Another full count pitch on its way. Fouled off. The next 3-2. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. And that misses ball 4. So that's just what you hope for here in the first. Base runners as you try to claw back into this one.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Striding in for Houston, Michael Brantley. And you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. Hit hard to third. He's got it. Throw far for 1. On to first, and they get the double play. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
You know, Alex Bregman is someone this club is hoping will turn it around. When it comes to facing right-handed pitching this season, he's hit under 200. I just can't figure it out. He's too good of a player to hit 200 facing anybody. So he'll be looking to figure that part of the game out ASAP.
Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Well, this guy's been prone to giving up walks in bunches, and that's already 2 walks here in the early going. We'll see if this continues to be an issue for him as this start continues.
So we're runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning, and that brings up the former Gold Glover Josh Reddick. Fastball runs in tight here, and it's 2-1. And Dan Dero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Digging in now, Ramon Laureano, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now the 2-1 pitch. Strike 2 swinging. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Time for a look at the Houston Astros on D. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
Next up for the A's, Josh Phegley. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses, ball 2.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
1 out, nobody on. In there, 2-2. Three balls and 2 strikes, a full count to the A's DH. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Phegley is retired, 2 down now.
Batting 9.
At the plate, Robbie Grossman will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. The 1-1 home. Hit hard on the ground to third. Bregman fields it cleanly. On to the first baseman, Gurriel, and that will end the inning. A's are gone in order. They lead it 3-0. Into the box now, Jose Altuve, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. The 2-1. 2-2 the count. And he fouls this one off. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Laureano has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
All right, guys, so here's how the Oakland A's are lining up on defense for this one. And let's take a look at multi-dimensional Jurickson Profar. This guy at one point was the #1 prospect in all of baseball. Hasn't come to fruition the way we would have liked, but he is constantly grinding, the ability to play multiple positions and hit from both sides of the plate.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And up next, the center fielder, Jake Marisnick. Counts even at 2-2 to Marisnick.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
The 2-2. Fly ball right down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout. Keep that guy off the base path.
Standing in now, Alex Bregman. And he goes with the slider here as that misses in tight. It's ball 4.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone. And former World Series MVP George Springer bats next. A fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now.
Man, 35 pitches with only 2 outs in the second inning. Ideally, you'd like to have 30 or less after 2 innings, so he's got some catching up to do.
Now a move over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. Bregman leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. To 2-2 now. And a full count to George Springer. It's 3-2.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Ready with the payoff pitch. Hit on the ground for Simeon. It's short. Well, and he has some trouble with it, and a great job to stick with it as he's able to make the play for the third out. One left for Houston. They trail it here 3-0. Striding in, Chris Davis. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. The 1-1 home is swung on and missed for strike number 2. The 1-2 is a breaking ball in off the plate.
Don't be shocked if he doesn't go right back to that same pitch. You could tell he jelly-legged him at the plate a little bit, froze him, but just missed the zone.
Here now the 2-2 is in off the plate. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. A payoff pitch one more time. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
Into the box now, Chris Herman at the knees for a called strike, and it's back to even at 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it, just pulled it a little foul. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And another foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. And he checked his swing, but it's a strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning.
The batter,
For me,
10.
check swings are right there next to bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Into the box, Marcus Simeon takes this the other way to right. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Boy, is
Now
that a
batting,
thing of
the
beauty
first
right
baseman,
there. Hit and run to
Mark
perfection,
Hanna.
Dero. Runners at first and third.
Yeah, it's exactly what you're trying to do. You don't see it in today's game too much. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of walks, homers, and strikeouts, but right there, manager sets it in motion, and the hitter just executes to perfection.
Stepping in now, Mark Hanna, and he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground
batting,
ball. And
second
now
baseman,
time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. So the bases are loaded here with one man gone, and Jurickson Profar will be the next to bat. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
The 1-2. Fly ball out toward left center field. Marisnick on the move. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. And even with 2 outs now, they decide to hold that runner
Now
at third.
Number 64.
Now at the plate, number 64. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Now that ball's hit well deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. A's threaten but leave them loaded. But they're on top by a count of 3-0. Leading off the inning, Robinson Chirinos, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Now the payoff pitch home. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
Back to the top of the order now, and up next, the former Angel Martin Maldonado. The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
Ready with 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, 2-2 now. Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Standing in now, Michael Brantley. He pulls this one into right. No one can make a play on this one, and the first Astros hit is going to be for extra bases. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball, so when he got the changeup, he was way out in front of it, but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
In now, Yuli Gurriel. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Here he comes again, 1-2. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
Oh, I love watching a pitcher that can run a good hard fastball in on a guy's hands and completely lock him up. That's such a tough pitch to do anything with. If you can locate your fastball there consistently, you're going to have a lot of success as a pitcher.
Into the box now, Josh Reddick. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Too high that time, and it's 3-1.
Call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
Here's the 3-1. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
And that's 2 free passes in the 3rd inning alone. So you have to wonder if maybe it's something mechanical or if it's just psychological. Got to get back on track here.
So our situation has the bases loaded, 2 men out, and striding in the speedy second baseman Jose Altuve. Here's the 1-1. Well outside with the curveball for a ball.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Chirinos at third, Brantley on second, Reddick at first, 2 out in the inning. Now a swing and a fly ball. And no one will track it down.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Coming up now on 30 pitches in the inning. Line drive to center field. That's in there. Base hit. 1 run scores. And the second run is across to make this a 3-2 ball game now.
Boy, Bureau, talk about so close, but yet so far. 1 strike from getting out of this inning, but a big 2-run base hit right there.
Yeah, that batter was able to control his emotions. Not a guy who fears going deep in the count right there, and he was able to come through.
Stepping in now, Jake Marisnick. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Payoff pitch on its way. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Well, Matt, I talked to manager Bob Melvin during the break about his thoughts on the A's hitters to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Coming to the plate now, Ramon Laureano. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And there's a line drive, base hit to left field.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Josh Phegley.
Striding forward now is the DH. Josh Phegley comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-1 home is in there for the second strike. We're in the 4th. 3-2 is our score. And he'll snap one over to first. And he'll be back in standing up. Ready on 1 and 2. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
Into the box, Robbie Grossman. On a rope to the second baseman, but the runner is back in time to avoid the double play.
The left
So
fielder,
after the
number
line
2.
out on the fastball,
Chris
might be a pretty good time to check
Davis.
out the pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And you can see there both guys getting it up into the 90s, 92 and 94 respectively. Two away now in the Oakland fourth. And that'll bring up the big-time power bat of right-handed hitter Chris Davis. Now the 1-1 pitch. Line down the left field line. But this will be foul. Again, he sends it out of play. Two balls and two strikes, the count to Chris Davis. Here now the 2-2. In the dirt here. And costly as the runner will move into scoring position now.
Well, the intent there with that 2-strike pitch was obviously to get him to fish for something he couldn't do a whole lot with. But there's the risk that comes with that as well. If you don't execute or your catcher can't handle it very well, you give up free bases.
The payoff pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Scooped up on the backhand. Onto the first baseman Gurriel, and that will end the inning. One left for Oakland, but they still lead it 3-2. Just about set to go for the last of the fourth. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Astros manager A.J. Hinch between innings specifically about his club's offense to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've earned 5 walks in the game, and he said that's not only leading to a lot of run-scoring opportunities, but it's also forcing the pitching on the other side to work a lot harder and throw more pitches than they want to.
All right, Heidi, thank you. At the plate, Alex Bregman. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning. And this is swung on and missed, and this fourth inning will start the same way he ended the third, with a strikeout, and there's one away.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher you can get frustrated when you make a good pitch and you don't get that call from the umpire. But what does he do? He comes back with a good pitch and gets the strike.
Standing in now, George Springer. Now Springer belts one, carrying well out to left. That one is out of here. This game is tied. A solo home run here off the bat of George Springer. 32 now for the season. And the Astros have pulled level now at 3-3.
Yeah, it's a long season with a lot of peaks and valleys, but he's getting hot here in September. That bodes well for him and his team as things crank up in October. We'll see if he can stay hot when it matters the most.
In now, Robinson Chirinos. On that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2. Now a swing and a miss, maybe even a foul tip, but it's held onto behind the plate for out number 2.
We know he's probably still thinking about that game-tying home run he just gave up, but I'm going to give him credit for not showing that it's bothering him. When you come back and strike out the next guy, it shows you've still got your head in the right place.
Into the box now, Martin Maldonado. Just hung in there on that one. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ballgame, and that ends the inning. Astros able to tie it here on the solo home run. We're through 4. We're tied now with 3 apiece. Now at the plate, Chris Herman. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the 1st inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the 1st inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. And it's fouled away. Hard hit toward the hole. A dive, and he knocks it down. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single.
Batter, number 10.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dero, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off speed and the fastball. And in a 1-2 count, you might be sitting off speed. And what happens? He gets the fastball, and he can't catch up to the express.
Chris Stavinsky enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning.
Chris Stavinsky.
Stepping in now, Mark Canha. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Working for the punch out and the offering. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. Marisnick is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
Now batting, the second baseman, Jurickson Profar.
Here's Jurickson Profar. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And this one's in the dirt. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. Ready with the 2-1. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Herman, the runner at first with 2 gone. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. The A's strand 1, halfway home, tied at 3. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Michael Brantley. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. And we see some action in the A's bullpen now. It's both a left-hander and a righty that start to loosen up. The 2-2. He stays alive, still 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Full count now. 3-2.
What a great battle to start this inning. What a great job by the leadoff hitter. He knows that this pitcher's starting to get up there in pitches. The manager's starting to get restless. Let's see if we can knock him out and get into that bullpen.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Oh, and he misses it. He'll get it into second, and he's safe.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Digging in to try it again. Yuli Gurriel. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs, sometimes it just comes down to pure execution. Let's see if he makes the adjustment right here.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Grossman going back, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall.
Man, that's got to be a base running mistake right there. But taking a look at it, I guess, in his defense, he had to wait to see if the ball was going to be caught. By the time he saw it get down, the ball was already on its way back to the infield.
Sean Manaea will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his third game this season.
Number 55, Sean Manaea.
Standing in now, Josh Reddick. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. The 1-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. This one's flared out toward left, and that'll get down for a base hit. And the second run will score as well.
And even though we're in the middle of this one here, D-Lo, that's a big base hit and 2 RBIs to boot.
Yeah, you never know when it's going to come, Dan. But when you see runners in scoring position, you're up to plate, your eyes light up, and you have to come through for the team. Great at bat right there.
In now, Jose Altuve takes this the other way to right. Grossman moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
The center fielder, number 6, Jake.
Here's Jake Marisnick, 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts for him so far. The 2-2. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. Another 2-2 offering, fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Another one sent foul. Both teams with 6 hits so far.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
Outside in a full count, 3-2.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his own, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the third time.
A lot of indecision there on that check swing, and that's something you see quite a lot on 3 and 2. When the difference between striking out and drawing a walk can be an inch or two, it's pretty understandable why guys aren't always aggressive with their swings.
Into the box now, Alex Bregman, high in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 1-2. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. The 1-2 misses for the second ball.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. Count still full, 3-2. The 3-2 one more time. There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. But he will make the catch on the dead run as he tracks it down just shy of the wall, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. Houston leads this one 5-3. At the plate, number 64, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
Now batting, number 22.
Oh, man, that check swing was about as close as they get. Tough call for the umpire, but it goes the batter's way this time, and he draws the walk.
Stepping in now, Ramon Laureano. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
That's just a great pitch, both on the call from the catcher and the execution. If he hits it, there's a good chance it turns into a double play ball, but it's also a spot that's going to get a lot of whiffs too. That's excellent pitching.
Into the box, Josh Fegley. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
The 2-1 pitch. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane of the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Marisnick is after it. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
The right fielder, number 8, Robbie Grossman.
Here's Robbie Grossman. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. A runner on first with 2 away. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Off-speed pitch misses here, and he runs it to 3-1.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
The 3-1 pitch. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Big spot here. First and second, 2 men gone, and that'll bring up the big-time power bat of right-handed hitter Chris Davis. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit sharply toward the right side. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard-hit line drive.
Number 67 enters from the bullpen to do the pitching.
Number 67.
Standing in now, Chris Herman. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the A's catcher. Last strike now for Oakland. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. He'll come to the plate with it, and he is safe on a close play at the plate, and it's back to 1 now at 5-4. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And now this ball's lifted in the air down the right field line, but this will get back into the seats, so the count holds at 2-2. 2-2. Here it is. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. To his left. Altuve. Go to first will be in time to get him. And the Astros will add 1 more to their winning streak as this ball game is over.
Man, they've already put the all-time winning streak record in their rearview mirrors. But with every win, it gets further and further away. We could say this now. This is one of the greatest teams in the history of baseball.
This evening's game comes to an end. 5-4 the final tally. The Houston Astros win for the 96th time, most in the division. Chris Davinsky earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. Tanner Roark was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
Fans are fun.